Okay, we are up to match day 34 and we're coming to the end of this Premier League season, and still the fight for the title is still on between Manchester City and Liverpool. Still only 1 point in between the two sides, and I think it's going to come down to the final day of the season to determine who wins the league, because Man City's playing Watford this week and Liverpool's playing Everton. So I would like to think that both of those teams will pick up victories and the race will still be on. But we're going to start off with Arsenal against Manchester United. That's the first game of this week on Saturday. 12:30 kickoff, early kickoff time. And both teams really, that's not in the best of form. Manchester United lost 4-0 to Liverpool in their last game. Very shocking performance by Manchester United, and it has been for most of this season, but I thought maybe because it was against Liverpool they'll put up some kind of fight, but there was no fight at all in the players. Now Manchester United this morning have announced the new appointment of their new manager for next season, Erik ten Hag from Ajax. He'll be taking over at Manchester United next season. So Manchester United have just confirmed that they've got a permanent manager, because their interim manager at the moment, Ragnick, has not done a very good job. I don't think it's so much of the manager's fault. I think it's the players' fault. They're not happy playing with an interim manager, and hopefully now that they've brought in a permanent manager, the players might start playing again. But Manchester United, I don't think they're going to try from now until the end of the season, and I'm going to think Arsenal's going to pick up a 2-0 home victory in this game. Arsenal themselves, as I said, bit of a poor run. They did beat Chelsea 4-2 in that derby game last night at Stamford Bridge. It was a very good game, high scoring, and Arsenal did very well in it. But before that, they lost to Southampton, lost to Brighton, lost to Crystal Palace. They've had some really bad results, but I think Manchester United would just be the as I said, I don't know, it's really just undescribable at the moment, because Manchester United's that top club, and you know, any player will want to play for Manchester United, but at the moment the team that they have, none of the players are playing their best. So yeah, I've got to back Arsenal in this one, 2-0. Okay, next up is Leicester City against a struggling Aston Villa side. Look at this. Defeats to Tottenham, Wolves, Arsenal and West Ham. Leicester City got a 1-1 draw with Everton in their last game. Last time these two sides faced at Villa Park at the first half of the season, it ended up in a 2-1 victory to Aston Villa. Aston Villa, you know, since the appointment of Steven Gerrard, they did well. They climbed up that table, but now they've dropped back down to 15th place. Leicester City comfortably mid-table in 9th place. No Europa Conference League match for Leicester City this week, so all the players should be fresh, ready to go. I'm going to say they'll pick up a 2-1 victory here at the King Power Stadium. Next up, Man City against Watford. Man City should easily get a victory here. They beat Brighton 3-0 in their last game. They'll beat Watford 3-0 as well. They beat Watford 4-1 in the reverse fixture between these two sides in the first half of the season, and Watford just not on a good run of form, probably looking likely that they will be getting relegated into the Championship for next season. They're sat there in 19th place. Should be an easy, comfortable victory for Manchester City in this one. Next up, we go to Carrow Road. Norwich City themselves probably getting relegated as well. They're 20th place, and Newcastle United are climbing up this Premier League table. They're currently mid-table. A victory here could put them into the top half of the table. And since when have Newcastle finished in the top half of the table at the end of the season? So this could be their best season in a long time. I'm going to back the Geordies in this one to pick up a 2-0 victory. Newcastle they beat Crystal Palace 1-0 and beat Leicester 2-1, beat Wolves 1-0 as well in their last 3 games. yeah, should be an easy game for this one, 2-0. Although last time they did play each other at the first half of the season, it ended up in a 1-1 draw at St James's Park. But I think Newcastle should get the victory in this one. Okay, now on to Brentford against Tottenham. Brentford didn't look the greatest of sides. Then they signed a certain man called Christian Eriksen, and now all of a sudden they are getting victory after victory after victory. It just shows that you just need to upgrade your midfield with a little bit of quality, and then you start winning games. Midfield is the most important positions in a football side. It links up the defence and attack, and when you've got the quality that Christian Eriksen brings, then you're going to do well, no matter really how good or bad players that you have. Brentford's a decent side, mid-table, and that's where they are at the moment. But Tottenham, they're in a fight for Champions League football next season. I think that they'll get it here. 2-0 away victory for Tottenham Hotspur. It was a 2-0 victory at the Tottenham Stadium in the first half of the season. I think it's going to be the exact repeat of the scoreline, and Tottenham will get the double over Brentford. Okay, we're moving on to the Amex Stadium. Brighton Hove Albion against Southampton. Two mid-table sides. They can score the odd goal when they're ready. I think this is going to be boring. I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. It was a 1-1 draw when these two sides met each other last time, but I don't think this is going to be a good one. 0-0 for me. Okay, Burnley in 17th place in that 18th place in that final relegation spot, coming up against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the top half of the table in 8th place. Burnley, fun fact here, Burnley have been undefeated in their past 5 matchups against Wolverhampton, with I think 3 victories and 2 draws. I'm going to say they'll pick up a draw here in Turf Moor. I'll go for a 1-1 draw in this one. Wolverhampton Wanderers, really a side that only picks up victories or defeats, so a draw is a bit of a risky result here, but seeing that their last 5 results have gone really Burnley's way in a way, when you think of this, Wolverhampton Wanderers comfortably in 8th place and Burnley getting relegated, it should be Wolverhampton Wanderers' game. But Burnley may still have just a little bit of fight left in them to see if they can overtake Everton and survive for next season. But we'll move on to Chelsea against West Ham. Chelsea lost to Arsenal, as I said before, 4-2 at Stamford Bridge, coming up against West Ham. And West Ham did beat Chelsea 3-2 in the reverse fixture at the London Stadium as well. Chelsea should have this one. I'll go for a 2-1 victory. You know, Chelsea not having the greatest of results lately, losing to Brentford, losing to Arsenal, getting knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid. So not the greatest of weeks for Chelsea, but they'll pick up a narrow victory here. I feel like Chelsea should just have that little bit more quality. Keep on going up the fixtures here. Anyway, Liverpool against Everton. Yeah, should be Liverpool's game. Title race still on. I'll go for a 3-0 victory. Normally in these derby games, I would back both teams to score. The reverse fixture at Goodison Park was a 4-1 victory to Liverpool. But I don't think Everton will score in this one. I think Liverpool will take it easy. They could probably score a ton more goals against this side, but it'll be a nice, comfortable 3-0 victory. I think if Rafa Benitez is still in charge of Everton, I think Everton get one. But with Frank Lampard, I just don't think that they'll be able to score in this game, which is weird because they have started scoring under Frank Lampard, but I don't think they'll get one in here. At Anfield, it'll be very tough for them. And Liverpool should get the victory. Last 2 games, Crystal Palace against Leeds United. Leeds United, under their new manager, new American manager, since the sacking of Rafa Benitez, they've climbed out of really any relegation scares. They've got enough points to survive. Well, not yet. They could still get relegated. It is still possible, but I think they are pretty much safe now. I don't think Burnley or Everton are going to overtake them. I'll go for a draw in this one. 1-1 draw. Palace, not had the greatest past few results, but they're a good side, Palace, especially at home. They've picked up some really good results. I don't think they'll lose this one, but Leeds United, I think, as well, will be ready for this game, and they'll pick both sides to pick up a draw. Will be probably the more realistic result. And then we finally finish off with a game that is not part of match day 34, but it is actually part of match day 37. But they're going to be playing it in match day 34. So this game has been brought forward a few weeks for goodness knows what reason, but it is going to be played this week. Manchester United against Chelsea at Old Trafford. Again, Chelsea should pick up the victory here. I'm going to say United's going to get a draw in this one. I'll go for a high-scoring 2-2 draw to finish off my predictions for this week. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.